Hi guys, Ryan here. So today I'm going to be talking about my entire portable game collection. So, we're going to start off with the DS. So, I have Naruto here, Naruto Ninja Destiny. And this is a fighter game. It's a 2D fighter game, and I got it for like $7-8 back in the day. And yeah, it's a really fun Naruto game, for sure. And one of the first anime games I've ever gotten. And yeah, I still have my Nintendo DS Lite. That's the version that I got, the black version. But it stopped working. Either that or I need a new charger, or either the charger and the Nintendo DS Lite aren't working anymore. But I do have my 3DS, which plays Nintendo DS games. So yeah, I have it right here, as you can see. I have the red version. All the DS systems are great, for sure. One of my favorite games ever is actually Animal Crossing Wild World on the DS. I recently played it again, and there was weeds everywhere, and they're like, "Where have you been? It's been years." And it really has. And then another DS game that I got is Lego Star Wars, The Complete Saga. And yeah, my friend Deacon, we would play together in the same room with ad hoc kind of play. So that was a lot of fun. Very fond memories of playing that back in the day. And yeah, definitely feel nostalgic for this game, Dragon Ball Origins. The graphics for this were like the best for the DS. And we actually got 2 Dragon Ball Origins games. So here's the second one, the first and second one. And you can either use the stylus or the D-pad to control Goku. This had really fun gameplay. The graphics were amazing for DS. And it's too bad they never made a 3rd Dragon Ball Origins game. They definitely could have, because they did the Red Ribbon Army, the like martial arts tournament, I believe, and then there's like the King Piccolo arc. They could have done, but they didn't because the studio got shut down, unfortunately. So yeah, those are some of my DS games, and then here's some more. So we have Drawn to Life, and this is really cool because you can like draw with the stylus and make your own hero. Lots of fun playing this. They made 2 of these games, Drawn to Life 1 and 2, and kind of had a sad story to it, from what I remember, but fun game nonetheless. And then we got Lego Indiana Jones, the original adventures. So on the PSP, it was definitely better because it was like PS2 graphics on the PSP, pretty much. But for this, for the DS, they made a change to the DS Lego games, and they're not as good as the other Lego games on different consoles, like the PSP or the PS2, for example, or the Wii. So yeah. But yeah, I just recently watched all the Indiana Jones movies again. So yeah, we got like Temple of Doom, the boulder scene, the very beginning with that first treasure that he finds, Indiana Jones finds, that is. So yeah. And yeah, I actually have the DS that has the little right analog stick, and then we got the left analog stick here. So yeah, the original 3DS had like a Circle Pro add-on that you had to buy, but yeah, so that's all the DS games I have, and it's great being able to play them on the 3DS. Alright, next up we got is my favorite Zelda game on the handheld, and that is Zelda: A Link Between Worlds. I like how shiny this is, and the gameplay is super fun. It's an older Zelda game, but it's been like renewed and remastered and has new gameplay to it. So yeah, so this one is amazing. I also have Majora's Mask. I don't have the very first Legend of Zelda game in 3D, Ocarina of Time. I definitely should get that for sure. There's also Legend of Zelda Triforce Heroes, and yeah, my sisters used to both have 3DSs, so if we had all gotten that game, we could have played together, and that would have been cool. Alright, next up we got is a One Piece game, One Piece Romance Dawn. We got Shanks and Luffy there, and this was a limited release by Bandai, so we got like the number of how many copies were made, so that's pretty cool. And yeah, this game is fun. I like the intro video that they have, and it's cool having a limited release like this. I like how it's kind of shiny and reflective, the cover, and you can play as different characters, Nami, Zoro, Luffy. So yeah. Alright, next up we got is Mario Kart 7. And yeah, Mario Kart is great. I love playing Mario Kart. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is like the current one we have on the Switch. But yeah, this one has online play and great tracks. And we're getting some of those tracks onto Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. So that'll be awesome. Speaking of Mario, we got definitely the game that sold lots of consoles, and that's Super Mario 3D Land. So yeah, at first 3DS wasn't selling too well, then they cut the price, brought out this game, and kept pumping out games, unlike the Vita, which I'll talk about later. But, well, I mean, the Vita did pump out games, but Sony kind of stopped supporting it with bigger releases and first-party games and stuff like that. So, yeah, we have Super Mario 3D Land, and this game is dope. I really enjoy it. Yeah, it's kind of like Super Mario 3D World, but it's on a 3DS. And you have different power-ups, and yeah, like the Tanuki towel / suit, where you can like float around and jump high, which helps you get around better in the environment. So yeah, that is Super Mario 3D Land. Next up we got is Fire Emblem Birthright, and I believe there was like 3 different versions for this. You know, Pokemon does 2, but for this release they did 3 different versions for Fire Emblem, and this was the version that, like, if you've never played Fire Emblem before, definitely go with this version. That's what I did, since I never played a Fire Emblem game before until I played this. And characters can die in this and not come back, so you got to be careful and strategic in your gameplay. Alright, next up we got is Animal Crossing New Leaf. This is definitely my most played Animal Crossing game ever. I love it. I put a lot of time into it, for sure. Definitely need to put more time into the newest Animal Crossing, New Horizons. And yeah, I absolutely love the Animal Crossing franchise. It's fantastic. The graphics are nice. You can play online with friends and check out their, worlds, stuff like that. So yeah. Alright, next up we got is Pokemon X. And yeah, I haven't gotten the latest Pokemon Legend Arceus, or the one before that. But yeah, I definitely should, because I love the Pokemon games. It's really cool getting like the legendary Pokemon at the end of these games. It's fun picking between the different versions. And Litten is my favorite Pokemon that I've caught. And yeah, so next up we got is Pokemon Sun. So I have Pokemon X and then Pokemon Sun. So yeah, these games are great on handheld. It's cool having them on the Switch as well. And it's cool seeing Litten turn into a Cineroar. And you can like make your Pokemon like really overpowered and like go through battles and stuff like that. So it's pretty awesome. Alright, next up we got it's Kingdom Hearts 3D Dream Drop Distance. So yeah, I love Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts 3 is my favorite. Birth by Sleep is great. This is great. They're all fantastic. And there's a lot of Kingdom Hearts games. But if you're going to get one and you have a 3DS, definitely go for this. It says, darkness becomes light, light falls into darkness. And I like how this has like crossovers between Disney and anime. It's awesome to see. Alright, and the last 3DS game is Super Mario Bros. 2. This is all about collecting coins and 2D platforming, and it's a great game series. I love Mario, whether it's 2D or 3D. And yeah, this game's a lot of fun. Alright, and as you can see, I have my Nathan Drake back there that my friend Paul gave me. And yeah, so now we're going to start talking about the PS Vita. But before we do, I actually have a PSP Go here. So yeah, let's turn the brightness up. Okay, I like the form factor for this. It was definitely ahead of its time with like the digital only thing. I feel like if it was released now and had better graphics and touchscreen, it would have done, you know, moderately well for sure. And yeah, I have like Indiana Jones. I want to play the music because that's copyright. But yeah, I have like Little Big Planet on here. I have Little Big Planet wallpaper. So yeah, I love this system. It's really portable, very light. I have like Monster Hunter on here, Little Big Planet, Indiana Jones. It's a great little system, for sure. Alright, next up we got is my favorite game on the PS Vita, and that is Gravity Rush. So this was going to be a PS3 game, but then they put it on the Vita, and they used the 6-axis, which is like the motion where you can like levitate in the air and sync it up. And the gameplay for this is super unique. I love it. I hope we get a Gravity Rush 3. So Gravity Rush 1 and 2 are on the PS4, and I hope it comes to PC as well so more players get to play it, because this is a hidden gem for sure, I have to say. Manipulate gravity to save a world that's falling apart. So that game is awesome. I love the music, the gameplay, the story. It's kind of like a comic book kind of story with the cutscenes. It's a lovely game. I love it. Alright, next up we got is Uncharted Golden Abyss. Now, this is my second favorite PS Vita game. So yeah, we got Nathan Drake back there. And yeah, this is done by Studio Bend, but it's just as good as any other Uncharted. I just saw the Uncharted movie recently, which was entertaining. And yeah, so for this, there is some set pieces. It has all the writing and the gameplay and everything you expect from an Uncharted game, but on the go. The graphics are great. I love it. Unfortunately, this didn't get a multiplayer. It got like this Fight for Fortune card game, which isn't even available on the PlayStation Store anymore. But yeah, Uncover the Dark Secret. I love this game. It's so much fun, and having it on the go is awesome. Alright, next up we got is Velocity 2X. It's been a while since I played this, but it's a fantastic game. It's 2D, and I really enjoy it. Yeah, I have nothing but good things to say about Velocity 2X. It's a solid game, and I would recommend it. You can get it on the PlayStation Store now, I think. So, yeah. Alright, speaking of which, with the PS Vita, it has like a camera, it has like a rear touchpad. It doesn't have an L2 and R2, but that's where you use the back touchpad for, which is exclusive to the PS Vita. I was actually watching a video on the Steam Deck, and they had nothing but good things to say about it. And I feel like that's a successor to the Switch and the Vita all in one. So yeah, I love the Vita. It's a great handheld. I wish Sony would have kept supporting it all the way through its life cycle, but we still did get a lot of great games for it. So, alright, next up we got is Call of Duty Black Ops Declassified, and me and my sister have played this together because she has a Vita too. And yeah, it's fun to play. I don't think I've touched the story. I've just done the multiplayer with my sister. So yeah. But seemed like an okay game. Alright, next up we got is Borderlands 2, one of my favorite games. It doesn't run too well on the Vita, but I mean, you can still get fun out of it. It's just the frame rate is so bad, and you can only do it with one other person playing online. But it's amazing that they even got it on the Vita like this. Maybe if they had more time, they could have ironed out more glitches and stuff like that, and the frame rate. So there was two different versions of the Vita. One had the OLED screen, which was the first Vita. The second version of the Vita had just a regular screen. And OLED has like really bright colors and everything, so yeah. Alright, next up we got is Unit 13, and this game is awesome. It's done by a studio that's been closed, unfortunately. That would have been great if we had gotten this game on like the PS4 or PS5. It has a multiplayer in it. It's so much fun. It's a third-person action adventure shooter kind of game. But yeah, I wish we had gotten a sequel for this because it's so good. I'd highly recommend playing it. Alright, next up we got is Sly Cooper. And yeah, this is the first few games. And it's remastered and everything. Sly Cooper's great. We were supposed to get a Sly Cooper movie, but I don't know what happened to that. We had like a teaser trailer for it and everything, but yeah, I don't know what happened with that. But speaking of Sly Cooper, I have definitely the best game in my opinion in the series, which is Thieves and Time, which was also on PS3 and had like cross save function. It didn't have cross buy, I don't think. They should have done more cross buy titles. Like PlayStation All-Stars might have done that. I'm not sure. It's been a while, but anyways, this has great gameplay, great graphics. It's very fun, and I hope we get another Sly Cooper game in the future, and a movie too. That would be very entertaining. All right, next up we got is Little Big Planet, PS Vita, and I actually got like the beta for this, and I was like one of the first people to play Little Big Planet on the Vita during the beta. So when I got my PS Vita, I didn't have enough for a game, so I just downloaded a demo for Uncharted Golden Abyss, and I just played that a bunch, which is really fun. And yeah, it's cool how like the Vita had Crunchyroll, Netflix, stuff like that. It was a little bit slow running, but it would run it. And it had like YouTube, Twitter, Facebook. They've taken down some of those apps, but it was cool at the time at least. And unfortunately, the servers for this are shut off, so you can no longer play this game online. But I have to say, this is really close to being my favorite Little Big Planet game, next to Little Big Planet 2. I haven't played Sackboy Big Adventure, but I will, for sure. And this used the touch like controls. It wasn't a gimmick. It was done perfectly, like the best they could, I feel like. And it wasn't Media Molecule who made this. It was another developer, but Media Molecule did make a game on the Vita. That was Tearaway. So yeah. This is a 2D platformer where you can move like 3 different spaces, middle, back, and front. And so much fun, like playing the online levels and playing with your friends. And it would crash at times, but it was a lot of fun, for sure. And yeah, next up we got is Tearaway, which was made for the Vita. Used all the functionalities of the Vita so well. Yeah, I came to PS4, and so yeah. This is done by Media Molecule, like I said, and it's great. You can't like jump in it, but you use like the rear touch, the front touch, the camera, and you just fully utilize the Vita, and it's a really fun game. Alright, next up we got is Final Fantasy X and X-2. And yeah, Final Fantasy, there's so many great games in it, in that series. And yeah, the new one looks good, Final Fantasy 16. I played 15 and Final Fantasy VII Remake, and I can't wait till Part 2 comes out for that. But yeah, this is great on the Vita, for sure. Alright, and then we got some more amazing platformers, and I hope we get another Rayman game, whether it's 2D or 3D or both. I would take both in a second. So we have Rayman Origins, which was first, and Rayman Legends, which had amazing music levels, where the music would kind of match like where you're jumping, and it was done so well, and the touchscreen, and it was just perfectly made, and it runs great on the Vita. You can play with friends in the same room with another Vita, and yeah, I really hope we get another Rayman game because it's awesome. So yeah, that is the video. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this. If you did, leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and ring that bell if you want to be notified every time I upload. Thanks so much for watching, and until next time, peace.